Hello, hello. Happy Monday. We are recording. I did remember to hit that. Who's proud? Very proud moment, right? But hello, happy Monday. Okay, I am really excited to chat tonight. Tonight's going to be really chill, honestly, Q&A style, nothing. Honestly, nothing that y'all have not already heard. And that's something that I wanted to start this with is I was reading through the questions as y'all commented them on the different threads that I created for them, one in my personal downlines team page and then the overall team page. So I'm going to be reading off of two different threads tonight of questions. But all of the questions are things that I've trained on before, which was kind of a interesting thing for me because if y'all know me, y'all know I'm a huge advocate for figuring it out, right? Hi. Y'all know if you are, hold on, reverse. If you are personally enrolled through me, you know I am an advocate for figuring it out because you come to me with a question once and I respond, right? I give you the answer because I get it. We all have questions. We all want to know. You come with me with the same question twice and I remind you that I answered it and I say, look up in our chat, but this is the answer. Y'all, it looked like my hair just went through a freaking hurricane. What a time. And then 3 times you ask me the question, and that's when I'm like, we have a search option in our team page. I got a YouTube and everything is organized by the titles. And, we have topic sections in any team page that you are in, if I am a part of it, because I am a huge, huge advocate and fan of topics. So no matter what team page, if it's Hustlin' or Limitless, or if you're in my downline, you're in both. But no matter what it is, there's topics, and those are going to be your best friends. Every single thing I'm talking about tonight, all the questions that I have to answer on the threads, are things that we've trained on, are things that there are actually topics on. So I'm going to go and answer them, of course, because that's what we're doing tonight, Q&A. But I wanted to bring that to anybody's attention that was not aware, if you are new, that we do have a really, really organized systems going on for y'all. Besides just the topics, the search engine in the team pages are to die for. I seriously live off of them still to this day. And I've been in them I have been in for almost 3 years, and most, if not more than half of the trainings I've either held or I've helped host, and I still use the topics and the search engine. So if that tells you how important that little tool is and you haven't used it, this week I want y'all to use it, and I want you to like really get there. So yeah, see, you still each week I rewatch things all the time. Okay. But anyways, not to get on squirrel brain. If you have any questions and you did not get a chance to write them in any of the Q&A threads, please throw them in the chat. But I wouldn't be a Monday if we didn't start it. Can we drop our I ams in the chat? Y'all know, if you're new to the Lens Monday, then you are not aware of this, but I am a firm believer that when you speak something and you claim it as I am a leader, I am 4K, I am thriving for free, I am a good wife, I am a good friend, I am a good mom, I am enough, I am worthy. When you speak these out, things happen. If you say it in your head, it's one thing. When you speak it out to the universe, it's a whole nother thing. So before I even get started of pouring out and pouring into y'all and answering these questions, can y'all do me a favor and pour into yourself for 2 seconds and fill that chat with those I ams? And trust me, I truly mean it when I say how important it is. And if you are not sure of an I am to say, use I am a leader, because every single person on here, it starts with you, and it starts with building and leading yourself. If you want to lead a team, if that is a goal of yours, you first have to lead yourself. So if you are looking for something to type, I am a leader is a great one. And it's something that I want everybody, I still speak that, and I'm a 200K leader, and I still speak out that I am a leader every single day. So I'm loving these. Okay. I feel like we can get started. That's a very, very good I am moment there. So thank y'all. And okay, so I'm going to go the thread from my downline first, and then I'll go to the Hustlin' page. And I'll answer any questions that are in the chat. So if I talk about something and I didn't answer something on that topic, throw it into the chat and I will answer it for you. This is totally Q&A. Nothing is off limits. Y'all, if you do not know me by now, I'm an open book. If I do something for my business, I want you guys to have access to it. Nothing is a secret. Nothing is hidden. There's nothing that I will ever do that I won't walk y'all through step by step of how I did it. Okay. So nothing is off limits. Anything you want to know about my business, anything you want to know about how I got to where I am, or anything just in general about Thrive or anything, I am happy to answer. So the first question, how many times can you follow up with someone after giving them promoter pack options before you kind of lay off? And this question, I actually did, if you are interested in follow-up and potential help. On my YouTube, I have an entire training dedicated to follow-up and potentials. So if I don't answer this enough for you, and that is something that you are struggling with or you have a mental mind block with, I want you to go to my YouTube, Lindsay Reed Coggin, or Lindsay Coggin, I'm sure it'll pop up. And I have a training on follow-ups and potentials. It's the title of it. So you'll see that on there. So for me, if I send the promoter pack, obviously I write them down and I organize my potentials in my phone, but you can organize it however you want. I know like people like Christina Tammy, she is a huge notebook person and she writes down every single thing that she can. So she writes down her potentials. I lose every single piece of paper that I touch. So I don't write down anything. I am the least organized person except for my phone because I know that is how I work my business. So it is the only organized thing about my life. Honest to God, if you all saw my house, you would understand. So my phone is my organization. So I use my notes section. And first, if I already send them a promoter pack and we're talking, or just in general, if they ask me questions about promoter or customer, I'm writing their name down in my potentials list. Okay. So that's what I do first. But if we've gone as far as me to send them promoter pack options and then they ghost, right? Y'all think it just happens to you? It doesn't. Today I was ghosted 3 times. It's fine. It's like the new Tinder. But for real, you are gonna be ghosted and you have to realize it's not you. It just is not their time. And that's okay because guess what? They might ghost you, but they're still watching. So what I do is I try not to send them too many messages. I send them the promoter pack options. If they don't respond to me, probably the next day, I will send them a quick little message that says like, hey, let me know if you have any other questions. Those are a one-time investment. We have no monthly fees or anything like that after that. So I'm here if you need anything. And just simple as that. Why? Because it allowed me to throw in that the promoter packs are a one-time investment. 2, it allowed me to mention that we have no monthly fees or anything like that. So again, one-time investment. And 3, it left the door open for them because I said, I just want to check if you have any questions. If you need me, I'm here. So that's 2 things. 1, they'll ghost you again. Cool. That's fine. They're still going to watch. Or 2, they might ask you questions or be like, oh, really? So I don't have to pay that monthly. And then the conversation is still going. So I like to keep the conversation going. My go-to is always, hey, let me know if you have any other questions. I'm here. I'd love to chat. Those are things that I like to say because it's very open-ended. I don't know if I have any other nurses on here. I'm sure I do. But you're taught to do open-ended conversations, open-ended questions. So whenever I do my follow-ups, I leave them open-ended. Another tip for follow-ups, even though this wasn't on this question, but I get this all the time, is when there's promos and I do follow-ups, how do I follow up with them? I don't ever put what the promo is. I don't. I just say, hey, like on the weekend, if I'm doing follow-ups, I just say like, hey, like we have this, or if it's a personal promo, hey, like I have this really good promo. I know we had chatted before. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to help you take advantage of this amazing promo. 1, you didn't tell them what it was. So they're going to have to message you back to be like, oh, what's the promo, right? So then you have it talking. And if they message you back, they're actually interested in joining either the company or trying the products. And maybe that promo just wasn't for them, but you're still keeping that conversation going and it's still helping your algorithm. So just a little pro tip there. All right, next question. What's a day in the life of Lynn's look like when working in mom life? How do you time block? your day for work and to be a mom? My day looks like I need a Xanax. That is my day. But hold on, I need to switch my Wi-Fi. If I freeze, I'll be right back in just a second. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I just had to fix my Wi-Fi. I was on the wrong one and it tends to cut out. Okay, so my day looks like a hot mess express. If y'all think that I have it all put together, if y'all think that it is picture perfect Pinterest over here, it's not. Do I time block? Absolutely. And the reason I time block is because I believe, and I'm probably going to butcher this saying, but in my head it makes sense, that if not planning your day out is already planning to fail. Or have you ever heard that a saying that's similar to that before? So for me, I like to plan, not like my life, because I can't plan what I'm doing tomorrow. But this morning when I woke up, I did my time blocking. I planned out what I was going to get done. And I made sure that whatever I didn't get done, I was going to get done later in the day. So for me, when you aren't planning, if you need to plan your week, if you have a 9-to-5 job or a 12 to 14 hour shift job, right? Or whatever it is, if you have another job and Thrive is not your full-time and you are not a full-time mom or a full-time, I don't know if we have guys on here, full-time dad or a full-time husband. If you are just consuming yourself and overwhelmed with how do I get stuff done versus thrive and work, I want you to take a day and plan out your week. I did this with a couple of people, and I'm just going to use Christina Tammy as an example because she's literally the little square next to me. So it's very easy to do that. So don't mind the fact that you're my example for tonight. But you also have been with me the longest on my downline as a personally enrolled. So I have a lot of practice with you. So for me, Christina was having issues, and she was like, I feel like, I would have brushed my hair, girl, same. I feel, she was coming to me and she was like, I feel like I'm doing the things, but I'm not doing the things. How many of y'all have ever felt that way? Like you're doing all the things, but like nothing's getting done. Have y'all felt that way before? Like, honestly, because I feel like that all the time. And when I have those moments of, I'm like, I'm doing all the things, I'm working my business, but then again, I'm barely doing shit. And I don't know why I'm not getting any interactions. Why this, why that, like nothing's happening, but I'm working. It's because you're doing busy work. You're not intentionally working your business. There is a difference. You can do anything and it can take you, like, how many people have it taken like an hour to clean something when it could have taken you like 25 minutes, right? It's how you do things. That's your business in your day. So for me, I wake up in the morning and I plan my day. I plan what I'm going to post about my stories. I plan what I want to talk about in my caption. I plan how I want to address my team in the morning. I plan my IPAs and I make sure I plan out what I'm doing in the morning versus what I'm doing the rest of the day and what can be done later in the day. Okay. So if you're like me and you're a very one day at a time person, try that. Tomorrow, wake up and literally be like, okay, I'm going to get my products in. I'm going to get a round of IPAs, which includes all of the one-time things, right? Because there are a couple IPAs that are one-times, like posting your products, self-development, stuff that are just one-time IPAs that you're not going to do as you're doing multiples through the day. So I get my one-time IPA round done in the morning. And then through the rest of the day, I get my other things done, like interactions on stories, 3-2-1s throughout the day, growing my network throughout the day, things like that. Okay. And that's great for me because I'm a stay-at-home mom. Rob is a stay-at-home dad. So when I'm doing that morning stuff, he's with Rylan and I'm able to get those done. Or if he isn't home, Rylan's eating, right? And I'm able to get some stuff done while he has breakfast, or he takes a nice 1.5 hour, 2-hour nap. And that's when I get them done. If you have a 9-to-5 job or that gives you anxiety to think about planning your day out the day of, and you're a planner, I want you to sit down tonight. Yes, tonight, take 15 minutes and write out your week. What I want you to do, and Christina Tammy actually did a training on this after her and I talked about it. It's on YouTube, right? Is it on my YouTube? We'll figure it out because we'll post it for y'all. But she did a training on this. And what it is it's looking at your week. So Monday through Sunday. What are you posting every single day to your stories? Okay, so today you did something. So tomorrow, what is your opportunity story going to look like? Are you going to talk about you? Are you going to talk about your team? Are you going to talk about no cold messaging? What are you going to talk about? Which opportunity story are you going to post? And she would write that down. Also, she decided that she was going to do personal promos with her product credits. It's on your, this training is on her YouTube. Thank you, Caitlin. It's on her YouTube. So we can post it later for y'all if you need it too, if anybody's interested in this training, because it was a really good one. And perfect, we'll post it on Hustling. She would post, and she figured out every single day what her stories were going to look like, what type of opportunity event she was going to, or what type of opportunity story she was going to post, what type of life stuff she was going to post, knowing her schedule for the week. She also had product credits that week that she started doing this. So she decided Monday I was going to do an opportunity story. Tuesday I was going to do free balance with a 3-step order. So I was going to throw in 3-step result pictures. Wednesday, another opportunity story, but I was going to focus on the car bonus. Thursday, I was going to do free by step 1 to step 3 on me. Friday, you see what she did there, how that works when you plan out your week. When you plan out your week of what you're going to do, you wake up that morning and you look at it and you're like, great, I already know what I'm going to post today. And it takes that overwhelming sensation away from it. So really, really, if you're somebody that needs that structure, which a lot of people do, give yourself that structure. If you're used to a 9-to-5 type of structure, give your business a 9-to-5 structure. A lot of times people get so wrapped up in the fact that we run our business, time freedom, like yada yada, right? That you literally don't work your business because you don't know the discipline, how to, because you're so used to the structure. So give yourself that discipline. Give your business that business structure. If we have any teachers in here, you have lesson plans, right? If we have nurses like we do, you have care plans for your patient. You do things so they don't fail. So why are you not doing these things for you? Right? If you go to work, does your manager or whatever not tell you like you have this meeting, this, and you have a schedule, right? Or if you work retail that you have to do this, this, and this before lunch, or this, this, and this before your break. And then when you're closing, this, and this needs to be done before close, right? Give your business that structure, write it out. This is work. It's not just time freedom. Time freedom comes from it, but you're only going to get it if you do the work. So give yourself that structure is my biggest piece of advice, and we will post that training later for y'all. Okay, how many rounds of non-negotiables do you recommend doing a day? So for me, my non-negotiables are my IPAs, okay? And the reason I say that is because I don't think my non-negotiables are for my mental health days. I am not shy about my anxiety. I am not shy about my postpartum depression. I'm pretty sure we're past the postpartum depression stage. Yay. If we think we overcame it, but anxiety is still real, especially with what's going on in the world. So I save my 3 to 5 non-negotiables for my mental health day. And I do a round of those before I take a mental health day. But let me tell you the last time I took a mental health day. Probably 3-4 months ago was the entire time I took a full mental health day for myself. Okay. When I say I'm unplugging in my team chat, if you are in my downline and I say, hey, I'm unplugging for the day, like yada, yada, right? I'm just unplugging from our chats. I'm unplugging from the team page. I am not unplugging from my business. I am still doing IPAs, but I'm working my business. It's because Saturday I had a wedding. So I told my team I was unplugging, meaning if you message me, yes, I see it, but I'm not answering it. Why? Because I need to work my business and I was busy. I had to do things. So even though I unplug and I let my team know, it does not mean I'm away from from work, if that makes sense. I'm unplugging from also being a part of everybody else's business at the moment. Okay. If you're a leader, if you're a 4K, even if you just have one person on your team, it's okay to unplug from everybody else's business to pour into your own. So for me, IPAs are huge all day long. What I mentioned earlier is in the morning, I do one solid round just because it knocks out those one-time IPAs, AKA self-development, products on stories, your posts, I don't know, sometimes you can knock out 3, 2, 1s if you didn't follow a lot of people the day before. I do my I ams and gratitude, and then I do more gratitude at night. You know, stuff like that. I do a full round, but those are 5 things that get knocked out like that. And then the rest of your IPA list, interactions, growing your network. Oh, birthdays is another one-time thing. Once you wish someone to have a birthday, you're not going to go back like 3 hours later and say, hey, it's me again. Happy birthday. What kind of cake did we have? Like, it's a one-time thing, right? So those, when you knock those out, IPAs really are not that long. It's when you're looking at that entire list of IPAs all day long that you're like, this is overwhelming. But if you get a solid list done in the morning, the rest of the day you have interactions. You can do some 3-2-1s. I have a training on 3-2-1s on my YouTube. It's liking 3 posts, commenting on 2 posts, and interacting with 1 story. And I do it to anybody new on my Instagram or Facebook that I have followed or friended. I just wish them a happy birthday. I don't really get too technical. I just kind of wish them a happy birthday. I just pull up the upcoming birthday list and I just do happy birthday. Sometimes I send messages. I switch it up every now and then depending on what the algorithm is kind of doing. But back to the IPAs. So you do those 1 round and then the rest of the day, all you're doing is interactions, growing your network. It's really not that long now, is it? So when you say how many rounds of IPAs and non-negotiables are you doing, if you get that 1 round done in the morning, the rest of the day, you're doing intentional work. So instead of being glued to your phone like this for 7 hours, you can time block 5 minutes through the rest of your busy day to do interactions. You can time block 5 minutes throughout your day to do growing your network, right? See when you break it down that way, how much simpler it is? Okay. So what's the best way to, oh, I love this one. What's the best way to ask customers about auto ship if they want to keep it on or off? So how I do this, I enroll every single customer on auto ship. Why? Because it's the best pricing. It counts for product credits for us and it's the best pricing for them. Did I already say that? Because that's probably the number 1 important thing. It's the best pricing, right? So for me, once I place the order for them on auto ship pricing, before I cancel it, so many people are just so used to just deleting it, right? They don't even give them the option. I literally just say this. I say, awesome, I got your order all set up. Thank you so much. Did you want me to leave this to run for next month so you don't run out of products? Or do you just want a one-time order? Send. Simple. You know how many people come to me and they're like, you know, but then it tells them about the auto ship. It's about 50-50, right? People will be like, oh yeah, leave it on. Can I delete it anytime? Of course, you can delete it at any time. Okay, perfect. Yeah, just leave it on. Or they'll be like, ooh, yeah, let's just do a one time. Let me see how I like it. And then the next time they come back to me to order, I'm like, hey girl, like, let's just leave this on. It's gonna run on the 5th of next month. So let me know by the 3rd if you want me to cancel it. But since you loved it this much, I doubt you're going to want me to cancel it. So just let me know by the 3rd of next month. You see how calm and easy that is. And you're telling them to let you know by the 3rd so you can delete it for the 5th. Okay. So stuff like that. I don't know how to help you with people who do their own orders because I do everybody's orders. I enroll my customers. I enroll my promoters. Do you remind all your customers every month? No, I don't. They know. People know when their card's going to run. I know when my card's going to run and I don't. And I have almost everything except for like 2 things because I don't know how to turn them on auto draft. And I still know when everything's running. Like you just know when your card's running. So I don't. And then if there is that rare occasion where somebody's like, I didn't know my card was running. I'm like, baby girl. Well, probably not baby girl. I'm just like, hey, like I told you, let me know, like on the 3rd, it's okay. Once you get it, let me know. And if you really don't want it, we can issue a return, but just let me know. Cause I know you love the products. And half the time they're like, no worries, but can you stop it for the next month? Sure. No problem. But the only person I've ever had did that, had it stop and then wanted an order the very next month because she was running out. Yeah, I use my calendar on my phone for everything. How do you talk to potential promoters if they are on the fence about joining your team? I don't convince a single person. I do not convince a single person to join me. I answer their questions. And then if they are not ready, I just let them know that if they have any other questions, I'm here. The reason I don't convince anybody is because in the beginning, I used to convince people. In the beginning, I convinced people, and I can tell you not a single one of them are still here. Not a single one of them did diddly squat with their business. When you have to convince somebody to do this and to be here, and you have to like ask them, or like if they're on the fence, like kind of push them off the fence to join, that fire isn't lit, right? When you decided to join, you hit that promoter button, a fire was lit inside of y'all, right? When you think about it and you remember it, you might have been shitting your pants, but it was like still some sort of fire like happening there. So think about it. When you push somebody and they aren't like, yeah, I want to be a promoter. Yes, I want to be a promoter. That fire isn't lit. You want that fire to be lit, because that fire being lit is what's going to cause people to run. That fire being lit is what's going to cause people to have that passion to teach others, right? So if somebody is on the fence, love them where they're at. Validate them. Let them know that you're here and you're not going anywhere, and that if they have any other questions, perfect. Don't push, because that's not going to light anybody's fire. And that's what you want, is people with their fire lit. How much time do you spend interacting on social media daily? Do you interact through stories mostly or feed? I don't have a set time. I don't. The only thing I do is when on my busy days, I do 5-minute time blocks of interactions, and I mainly interact on my Instagram stories and then Facebook feed. Those are my two main interaction parts: Instagram stories and Facebook feeds. But I don't set like I need to sit at my desk for 3 hours interacting, because that would cause me to go cuckoo banana. And that's not why I got into this industry, was to sit at a desk for 3 hours, right? So time block 5 minutes. If you're struggling with putting your phone down, time block 5 minutes. Literally set a time, and it will go off, and then you're done. And then another hour goes by, and do 5 more minutes. Because in those 5 minutes, I guarantee you will be so much more intentional with your interactions than you will in 3 hours sitting at a desk. Why? Because you're telling yourself, I have 5 minutes, I need to make it count. Right? So trust me, try it. Let's see. How do you help potential promoters get over their fear of not being on social media that much? The reasoning of why they think they're not good at this. I get, April, I see that question. Hold on one second. Let me answer this one. I get a lot of people that are like, I'm not good at social media. Great. You don't have to be. That is the beauty of what we do. You don't have to be on social media 24/7, and you do not have to be good at it. Why? Because we have team pages and trainings that will literally teach you how to be good at social media, that will literally show you how to use social media. That will, what is Seth doing in the background, Haley? All I see is a leg kicking. Hi, Seth. Sorry. Life. This is how distracted I get, y'all. If I can do this, anybody can do this. But in all honesty, when I get a lot of times, people are just like, I don't post on social media. Well, do you want to build a business? Because I didn't post on social media. I had 300 followers on Instagram. Nothing. So for me, I think that it's how bad you want to build your business. And even more than that, how hard are you really thinking about your why? When people tell me that they don't want to be on social media and they don't want to share on social media, I say, okay, well, what's your why? When they say it to me, I say, is that worth a post a day if you can build an income from it? Honestly, again, I don't convince them. I just genuinely ask them. I say, what would be your why for doing this industry? And then I say, is that why worth posting one post a day on social media? Is it? How many of y'all's whys are worth at least one post a day on social media? Everybody's. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. The people who have a strong enough why are the ones that make it in this industry. Those who don't. And it's just flat out what it is. So I ask them and I'm honest with them. And I just, from the start, because y'all think lens love is real here. I give total lens love to my potentials. Why? Because it's not going to get much better. Like, you're getting the real raw me from the beginning. So you're going to get, I'm not going to convince you. I'm going to tell you what it is and how it is. And if your why is not strong enough to make one post on social media a day and share to your stories about products that you love, what is going to be strong enough to do that? Because your why needs to be your fuel, right? So that's just how I kind of go into those conversations. How much information do you tell people about Thrive when they ask to not overwhelm them or scare them? Like when they ask about our products, I have a thing that I literally just say, and it's really short and sweet. It's just, all of our products are all natural, non-GMO, gluten-free. It's a simple 3-step system, all done in the first 20 minutes of your day. And it leaves you feeling like superwoman or supermom. Like, literally, I feel like a lot of times people want the science, like us, not like customers, like us. We want the science side of it. And that's like, we're like, oh, let me hit them with all that info. That really, you tell them that they're going to feel like superwoman, or you tell a new mom, or you tell a mom of like 4 that they're going to be superwoman, and they're like, I'll take 37, right? Because you're just like, I need this. So take the science out of it and put you into it. How does it make you feel? What was important to you? For me, it was the all natural, non-GMO, gluten-free. The fact that it's done in the first 20 minutes of your day, and the fact that I felt like superwoman. Those were my amazing things. Amber says, is that a question or is that just to me? Not overwhelming them, but she says, I wish I could be a fly on the wall during your VIP days with a newbie, like finding balance between not overwhelming them, but running for VIPs. I match their effort. Sorry, I know that was a private one to me, but it was a really good thing to say. I match their effort, not their words. Somebody can come in and say, I want that $800 bonus. Great, I want it for you too. But only one of us is showing up like an $800 bonus is about to be earned. And that one's me. And I've already earned that one. And it's not up to grabs for me. So why, if I'm the only one running for it for you, like, you're not going to earn it. So I match efforts. So for me, I don't message them a million times. I tag them into the first, and I organize the units exactly how I do it for y'all. So unit 1, I tag them in those 2. And after the VIP one, I say, shoot me a message after this so we can go over your questions. They message me. We do their curiosity post and we go over their questions. They reach out to their oh shit list during this time also. Then I say, are you ready for the next videos? Yes? Perfect. Unit 2, I tag them in the 3 videos, and it just so happens that all 3 are my annoying ass voice on them. So they get to see me. So all 3 of them are right there. And I at the 5s one, I comment and I say, I'll make your 5s list with you. Message me when you're done with this. So they message me when they're done. If they don't message me, I'm not messaging them. You know how many people I've had join and they spend like $400 and they're like, I don't have time to watch a video. And I'm like, really? Okay. And they're like, can't you just tell me? And I'm like, no, I don't have time to tell you. That's what the video is there for. And what are they going to tell me? That's rude. Okay, well, you just told me you don't have time to watch a 5-minute video, but you want me, gift a gab over here, to explain something for 37 minutes. Like, trust me, I'm saving you. So I'm honest, and I'm very honest, because if they're not going to be willing to watch those videos, are they going to hop on Zooms? Are they going to watch other trainings? Or are they just going to expect me to tell them how to do everything after I just spent an hour teaching our team how to do it? Y'all, perspective. Put it in there and realize that just because somebody, my biggest thing that I've learned, okay, your team does not create your paycheck, you do. Just because somebody is on your team does not mean they get to treat you any sort of way. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Not a single person creates your paycheck. You do. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I've done this many times, no one is worth my peace. So if you have somebody in their VIP period that is not willing to do diddly squat and is blaming you, that's not worth my peace. I'm just going to say, okay, let me know when you're ready. And that's that. Why? because I'm going to go out and I'm going to find somebody that wants to run 7 times harder, and they're going to be blowing up my phone every 7 minutes because they want my help with something. Those are my people. Not the ones that want me to take 3 hours to explain something that's going to take 5 minutes if they just watched a video. Okay? So know that you have to match efforts, not words. Oh boy. Do you stick to the I don't use that VIP worksheet. That's M's. I don't use that. So no. M does. That's M's schedule. Mine is not that. Mine's just the units. And then do I have a first 14 days in hustling? I know I do in mine. If I don't, I'll get one up tonight for y'all. I'll do that after this. And just put everything in the first 14 days that I literally do with my team or with my girls. With oh shit, what's the roundabout on what you get them to say without sounding like a cold message? So I do mine a little bit different again. And I want to say this loud for y'all. Every leader does it different. Katie does it different. Em does it different. Britt does it different. Ariel does it different. Jen does it different. I mean, all of us do it different, right? Christina does it different. Every single person does it different. So the way I do it is not the best way or the right way. It's just my way, okay? So if it clicks with you, great. If it doesn't and you're like, no, girl, that's not it, then that's not it for you, okay? But just know I'm not saying it's the best way. I'm just saying it's my way, which is the best way for me. So my, thanks. I'm glad I'm y'all's Monday entertainment. And I wish that this was just put on for y'all, but this is me 24/7. My poor husband. But okay, so my oh shit list or talk is basically them reaching out to their list and letting them know that they started a new adventure. Just like, hey, I just want to let you know that you're going to see some posts on my social media. I started a new adventure. I just wanted to let you know before you see all my posts. Let me know if you have any questions or if you're ever interested. A lot of times your family's going to be like, well, what the heck are you doing? Right? And then you're like, oh, well, since you asked, and then you can go into it, right? Because they asked. Or they're going to be like, okay, sounds good. Okay, great. But at least you told them. My biggest thing is telling your oh shit list people before you make your curiosity post and they think you're pregnant. Right? Because then you're going to have some pissed off friends and family who are going to be like, why didn't you tell me? But really, it's you're starting a new adventure. So for me, that's the biggest thing. Okay, wait, back to my list over here, and then I'll go back to the chat. How do you organize your potentials list? I already went over that one at the beginning, and I have a follow-up and potentials list training on YouTube. How do you get over going live on Facebook or your stories? You just have to do it. It's like riding a bike. The first time you do it, you're going to probably fall on your face, right? The second time, you're going to get a little bit better. The third time, you're going to get a little bit better. Fourth time, you're going to be like a pro at talking to yourself, okay? Just know that every single time you do it, you'll get better. And you don't have to re-listen to your live because you are your biggest critic. You know, every time I do a live, or I've never watched one of my own trainings back, y'all. I have never watched one of these trainings because my voice makes me cringe. I don't listen to my voice memos. I don't listen to my stories when I talk. Why? Because you are your biggest critic. I think my voice, I don't know how y'all hop on here every single Monday because I think my voice is so obnoxious, okay? And all of y'all are shaking your head like, no. Okay, but that just shows you I am my biggest critic. And if I were to go on every single live that I did for my business, I would hit delete every single time because I'd be like, let me save y'all's ears. Hold on, like y'all thank me later, right? And just go through and delete them. And then nobody would be hearing about the business. No one would be hearing about the products. It's not about you, right? It's not about me. It's about you. It's not about you. It's about them. So I want you to remember and just hit the live button or just do your story. And then when you're typing your boxes on top of your stories on Instagram, turn your volume all the way down so you're not listening to yourself over and over. I do it all the time. Okay. Biggest thing you can do is just do it. You're always going to be hardest on yourself. Trust me. Okay, tips and tricks on posting when working 9 to 5. Ooh, I just went over that one too in the schedule. Okay, let me go to the Hustlin' page real quick and pop out some of those questions. I just went over that though, and I'll share Christina's video. Okay, well, my thread is gone, so let me search it. Q and Hey. There I am. Okay. Let's do it. What is the new app you shared on? Oh, are you talking about what's it called? Parlor? Y'all. Parlor. Yeah, that one. I don't know. I'm gonna be real honest. I have not a single clue what it is. I have not a single clue how to use it. I have not a single clue anything other than it was like the #1 trending app 2 days ago. And now it's like exploded today. So 2 days ago when I made it, it was the #1 trending app. So I just downloaded it to save my name on it just because I didn't want anyone else to be Lynn's Coggin. And so I downloaded it so all my socials stay like the same. And I've been posting like a post a day on there. I have noticed that when you use hashtags on there, it's great. Apparently it's the new Twitter, but without censorship. So I don't really know. I'm not a pro at it. I will try and learn it if it's something that y'all want. The app is a non-biased social media. There you go. But it's like Twitter, kind of. It's like set up that way. And I don't have a Twitter, but I have a Parlor now. So there's that. But I really don't know what to do with it. I just figured there's a lot of politics on it. So I figured while everyone's talking about politics, I'll just self-thrive. That was my like kind of go-to with it. So I was like, everyone on there can be consumed with all the world, and I'll just be over here like, you need your 3 steps. That'll be me hopping on in Parlor, I think is what it's called. So that's what I'm using it for. I figured I could self-thrive on it if they can talk politics. Top tip on recruiting promoters. Be you. Y'all are probably like, you're annoying. That's duh. But for real, be you. And an opportunity story in your stories every single day. I mean it. Every day. Opportunity story every single day. But more than that, a you opportunity story. Share about you. Have it have pictures of you, right? Be a person. But an opportunity story every single day. And if you don't know how to make opportunity stories, I have trainings on how to actually make them on a Zoom. I go step by step with you. You're welcome to use any of mine and like reuse the wording and make your own. I know you can use M's, you can use Christina Brill's, you can use Christina Tammy's. I'm trying to think of other people who post opportunity honestly, I think M posts every single day, Katie, I don't know, but every single day. At least you'll know I will have one up every single day that if you need inspiration, you are welcome to. Okay. Follow-up potentials. We just talked about that. How to get potential promoters, opportunity stories, doing your IPAs. So the question was how to get potential promoters. It's the same thing. Opportunity stories, doing your IPAs, showing up every single day. Something that I want to really touch on with y'all is today you posted. So say today you worked your business. Today you posted. Today you have an opportunity story up. Today you did interactions. Today you worked, okay? 5% of your social media saw that. 5%. So what about the other 95%? Tomorrow you go and you don't do anything. So what if a new 5% would have seen it? Each day you work your business, you give yourself an opportunity for new people to see. And not only that, you give yourself the consistency to grow. And the 5% that saw you today, 1 or 2 of those 5% people had to have been like, at least one of them was like, oh, I like her style, or oh, she's funny, or oh, I like her page. Let me go look at it. And then guess what? It told the algorithm that they like you. So tomorrow you're going to have 5% plus that one person. Right? And then this 5%, one more person likes you. So the next day you're gonna have a new 5% plus those 2 people. That's how you build a brand. That's how you build an audience. That's how you tell the algorithm to stick, right? Like that's how you just do your own thing. And what you do every single day is how it's done. Okay? So 5% of people saw it today. Tomorrow you're not gonna work your business. Well, now so tomorrow's Tuesday. So Wednesday, when you go to work your business again, you're starting from scratch. Every single day that you don't work your business and then you go back to it, you're starting from scratch. Stop starting from scratch. Just be dang consistent. If you work today, work tomorrow, work Wednesday, work Thursday, don't take Friday off, because then if you work Saturday, you're starting from scratch in all these days. Build up that consistency of those views. Build up the consistency of building your brand in the community. You're gonna get people interested, promoters and customers based on that. And more importantly, be real in your stories. Show your face. Talk about more than thrive. Believe it or not, yes, you joined an amazing company, but you are not this company. I'm going to say that again. You joined an amazing company, but you are not this company. You are what sets you apart. But if you aren't doing it and you're just throwing up some graphics every now and then, how are you really creating any sort of trust with your following, any sort of rapport with your following, right? I've been doing, December 10th will be 3 years that I've been in this company. It's the longest I've been committed to anything other than my husband. Okay? Like, I'm not good at, like, y'all know, if you're on my team, you know, commitment scares me. But my husband and Thrive are my 2 commitments, and Rylan Knox, but he came from me, so he's like a part of me. Okay? But think about it. My 2 most successful things in my life are the things that I've been committed to the longest. Think about it. Commit and be there. Give it your all and be you. And in my marriage, I'm me. He knows I'm a pain in the ass. Like, he knows what he got into, right? My business, I'm me. My team sees this side of me. I'm on a training right now talking about it. Like, let's be real, okay? How many of y'all can say that you feel like you know my personality from these trainings? Because you know me. Because you're not going to see me one day in public and I'm going to be like, have this like English accent. Like, it's just not going to happen. I'm always going to be me. You have to always be you, and that's how you're going to build that following. Any tips on increasing views on stories? I grow my network by the views on stories. Stay pretty consistent. I like to go into my, when posting stories, use hashtags. Yes, I know hashtags are banned right now. Like, they're very hard to see. But if people are following hashtags, they will see your posts. And it also tells the algorithm that you're still trying to build. And 2, I look at who views my stories. And I go and I view their stories and I interact with them, even if I'm not following them back. Look at who views your stories. 1, you're going to see people that unfollowed you and are not following you, viewing your stories. You're going to be like, hey girl. And that's fun. But 2, you're going to help your story views is to kind of interact and use all the different features. But also talking and doing a video and typing. Whenever you talk in a video on a story, please do a text box of a brief explanation of what that slide says. It doesn't have to be sentences, just like a bullet point of what that slide is about. You're going to get more interaction and more views because people, 1, we have a very large deaf community on Instagram, very, very large. So it's inclusive, 1. And 2, people like to watch stories when they're in school, when they're at work, and they don't want the volume on. So if your video doesn't have a text box explaining it, they're just swiping through it. So it gives you more interactions. All right, next one. How do I get out that I want to help other women become happy, healthy, without sharing a lot of personal trials to relate, because I'm not going through any currently. So don't make up any struggles to be relatable, because you're not going to be relatable. The biggest thing is to be you. If you want to help people be happy and healthy, help people be happy and healthy. You don't have to struggle currently in order to do that, right? I am like, my husband and I are financially free 100%, and I still help women every single day do that. Do I relate to the struggles? I might have in the past, but not currently. But I still am able to help them. So somebody else's struggles do not have to become yours in order for you to offer them an opportunity. That's kind of just how I'm gonna put that one. After being in a funk, how do you pick up and go again? What's your method? My why. Because I don't care, but there is not a single thing that will keep me from making sure that little boy who is sleeping upstairs does not have the best damn life that he can have. There's not a dang thing. I don't care who it is. I don't care what it is, but there is not a single person or a single thing that will take that opportunity from me. I know what I have my hands on and I know what I'm capable of. Y'all know February of last year, February of 2019, I almost quit. I had my resignation letter sent in and they asked me to confirm. And then I was like, delete, delete, delete. Okay. Like, can y'all imagine if I would have quit a year ago? This last year has been my most successful year in network marketing. And I almost walked away from it. And you normally are ready to walk away from something when the biggest portions of what is coming are about to arrive. There's nothing that you cannot handle. I promise you. I don't know if we have men on here, but I can't speak from a man because I am not one. But as women, we are so much stronger than we give ourselves credit for. We can do a whole lot more than even you believe, but we also are the first to tell us that we can't. The only person telling you that you can't when you're in a funk, or the only person telling you that I don't know what to do, is you. Because I'm sitting here literally walking you through how to do things step by step. And I always will. I'm not going anywhere. And I've said this before. I have been on training since I was a VIP. Before I hit my VIPs, I did my first training. And now I'm a 200K and I still do trainings every single week consistently for almost 3 years. I've done trainings. I'm not going anywhere. I don't care what rank, what dollar. I don't care, because it's not about that, right? I am here to show you what is possible and that proof that it can happen. So you'd have to show up, but more than just showing up when you're in a funk and to get out of it, you have to apply the things and you have to do it. Because you can tell yourself, okay, I watched that training, I'm ready. And then tomorrow you're like, okay, no, tomorrow. Girl, discipline. The biggest thing I did for myself March 1st of 2019 was I looked in the mirror and I said, grow up. Did I need to actually age-wise grow up? No, but mentally I was like, grow the F up. Called myself out on my bullshit and I said, you know what? It's time to go. It's time to grow. No one's going to do it for you. There's nobody going to ring your doorbell and bring you a nice big check. Oprah's not giving you a car and you a car and you a car and you a car. You know who gave me a car? Paul and Jason. That's who gave me a brand new car that's sitting in my garage right now, all paid for, 2021 Q7. And you know how that happened? Because I called myself out. So if you are in a funk and you are not sure what to do, it starts with doing it. And y'all know I'm not the fluff like Katie and Em, and they're very nice about things. I'm just like, do it. Get up and do it. Because the only person that's going to, and the only person who's going to pull you out of anything is you. I can sit here and tell you how capable you are. Your significant other can do the same. Your children can do the same. But until you believe it, it doesn't matter who says it to you. Nothing's going to change. You have to change. You have to do it. Okay. When you first started, how long did it take you to get your business off the ground and running? I started day one and I never stopped running. I hit VIP 1600 in 3 days, 4K in 4 days, 12K and 11K in 11 days, 40K my first month, 80K my second month. And then I got an ego, and I'll call myself out every time. Y'all know I got an ego and I thought it was easy, and half my team left. And then a year and a half went by from there and I hit 200K when I was not expecting it. And you know why I was not expecting to hit 200K? Because in my mind, I already was a 200K and I was running my team like we were a 200K team. So the month we hit 200K, I had no idea I was even on track. Em texted me. She's like, you're going to hit 200K. And I'm like, what? Because I don't look at my tracker. I don't look at my volume. Because I don't run my business volume based. I run my business heartbeat based. There's a difference. When you switch from when I went that fast and when I lost rank and in that year and a half from 80 to 200K, I was volume based, right? It wasn't until January of 2019, no, probably June of 2019, May, June-ish, and July. Because February 2019, I was leaving. March 2019, I was getting my shit back together. And then by May 2019, I decided to switch from ever looking at my tracker to reacting to heartbeats and listening to my team. and not making everything rank based. So you can go real, real fast and then life happens and you slam on your brakes, or you can go far together. And that to me is much more important than how fast I went in the beginning, because nobody knows anything about me in the beginning, nor does it matter. Y'all know recognition does not create success. The only thing that's going to create success is when you're actually happy. And to me, I found my true happiness in helping other humans thrive, literally. Yeah, stop looking at your tracker. Trust me. Best way to respond to someone asking for information without sounding like a robot: take the science out of it. Take the science out of it. Take the science out of everything. Take the scripts out of everything. When they ask you a question, whatever pops into your head, say it. And I'm not talking about the science way. I'm not talking about what's in the products. I'm not talking about our comp plan. I literally, when someone's like, can I have more information on being a promoter? I'm like, yeah, sure. I'd love to chat. What questions do you have? Ask them what questions they have. When someone asks me about being a customer, I'm like, of course, I'd love to chat. What results are you looking for? Make it about them. Ask them questions, because when you ask them questions and it's about them, they're more willing to keep the conversation going. I don't know about y'all, but not everybody is a nurse. And even me, I love the science side of things. I love the science side of our products. I love how they work. I love the ingredients, right? But my following are not full of nurses. I might have a couple, and then I can get scientific and send them the ingredients and all that. But normally, if they're not, they just want to know they're going to feel good. They just want to know that someone's going to be there for them. They just want to know they're not going to be spending more than they're making monthly, right? The things that matter are human, not science, like not the ingredients. So just keep that in mind when you're having conversations. How to get new eyes on your social media. IPAs every day, consistently. Grow your network. If you are not growing your network every single day as part of your IPAs, how do you expect new eyeballs to appear? They're not going to come from thin air. You got to go find them. And the way you find them is by doing your IPAs, your 3-2-1s on all new people that you follow. And then the only way that you have 3-2-1s to do for new people is following new people every day. So that was all of the questions on the threads. So if we don't have any other questions, I'll call it a night. And I'm so glad that we got to do this. I want to do these like maybe once a month or so, just because I know we always get new people, and I just think they're really good to be able just to kind of chit chat about some things and learn new things also. So anybody that needs help with trainings that I mentioned, most of them are on my YouTube. I've gone over 3-2-1 a couple times tonight and also in trainings. So you can find those either in this replay or on trainings. I have trainings that are 3-2-1 based. I did a work with me Zoom last week, maybe the week before, that was very heavy 3-2-1 based. So definitely check out my YouTube if you vibe with how I train, if I don't offend you, if you like the lens love and I'm your cup of tea or shot of whiskey, whatever your favor is. Go check out my YouTube, because I have tons of trainings on there, and most of these questions I've done full on hour in-depth how-to trainings on how I work my business for those topics. So this was just kind of a condensed version of all of the different questions. But if you want more of something in depth of what I do, definitely check out those trainings. And I will post Christina's training in the hustling page. It is in the limitless page. So if you are in my downline, it's already there, but I will post it in hustling for everybody else. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And I just want to end with one thing before we all hop off. And I want to say, if you are waiting for a promo, if you are waiting for the 25th to start running with your business, I want to tell you that if you keep running with your business, if you let off the brakes a little bit, right? People get into the first of the month and they're like, I'm running. And then by now they kind of slow down. Stop slowing down. Because if you stop slowing down, then on the 25th, when you're like, oh, I don't like my tracker, well, you don't have to restart, because guess what? On the 25th, if you keep running from today, from the 1st through the 25th, through the 30th, through the next month, through the next year, you're never going to have to look at your tracker and be like, I wonder if I'm going to re-rank. Y'all, I don't worry if I'm going to re-rank 200K, because I know it's going to happen, because I'm working. If you're working and your team is working and you're team based and you're heartbeat based and not volume based and not promo based, if you need a carrot to be dangled in front of your face in order to work your business, I need you to write down your why. And if it doesn't make you want to cry, if it doesn't burn a fiery passion in you, I'm sorry, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but you need a new why. It needs to be stronger. I'm not saying that that one isn't good, but I'm saying it needs to be stronger, because I can tell you right now that no amount of carrots dangled in my face is ever going to make me run my business harder than I already do daily. Because my why. Hold on to it and run. It's going to make you run from the 1st to the 30th, the 1st to the 30th, and then into the new months. And all of your months are going to just go together, and you're just going to wake up and you're going to be like, oh, my tracker reset. It's a new month. Instead of like stressing come month ends. How many, you don't have to raise your hand or anything, but how many people here, and just be real with yourself, have ever felt like at month end they're struggling to re-rank? And then if you ever have, I want you to ask yourself, or struggling to hit that 4K, or struggling when you were in your VIP period, or struggling now to get a customer, or struggling to get a promoter. And I want you to ask yourself, have you been consistent every single day? Or do you start, stop to where only 5% at a time is seeing you? Really think about it and ask yourself. And then tonight, if you are a calendar person, I want you to write out your week of content. And then if you are a person like me, I want you tomorrow morning when you wake up to get a solid round of IPAs done, and then time block the rest of them through the day, so that way you are not glued to your phone and you're being intentional instead of busy work. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys next Monday. Bye.